now, Bob.
Oh, allow me. And voila.
TK, Bob. Works for me. Now back to business. Why were you guys late?
Well, ever since we've been assigned to this new quadrant, we've been picking up extra patrols.
Right. What kind of extra patrols? Well, we just happen to have some photo documentation. Really? Roll it. All right. There we are at security, making sure no rebel scum get past us. Uh-huh. And where were you?
Securing gas orbs.
Next. There's us, 44
Jesus
Baker,
Christ.
the Jedi Training Academy. And you?
There's me taking the photo documentation.
Right. Next. There's us driving high-speed transports.
And there's me driving a slow-speed transport. I'm a gangster.
You're an idiot. All right. I've seen enough. You do realize before Baker finds out about this, he's gonna have a forced choke party, and you three are going to be the guests of honor.
Oh, contraire, most frere.
Yeah, even Lord Vader has been getting in on the action.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Look, Sigma. Everything that I
Yep.
Dude, working here is awesome.
And we get all access to the surrounding 4 quadrants for free. I brought my family last week.
Impressive. Most impressive.
We even get vision insurance.
It's true.
Do you know how much better my aim is now that I can actually see? My score is multiplied by 10.
That's not hard when it was 0. Boosh, good one. Just call him Vader because he just got burned. Crispy!
Oh,
That's TK bound. You. All right. Back here. You know, music sure took a mellow turn, didn't it?
it really did.
I'll handle it. Hey, you in the back. Whoa, 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 what? When pointing, you're supposed to use 2 I'm a stormtrooper. I'm supposed to be rude.
And you're the reason everyone hates the Empire.
You in the back, right behind the control panel. I suggest you do something about this current atmosphere. Is it all right to point my blaster at someone? Yeah, sure, absolutely. I don't know, huh? Do you read me? Yeah. That's it. I love this song. It's catchy and easy to sing along to. Everybody. It may look cool, but it's not the best at protecting us. And these shoes, I'm pretty sure they should only be used in a dance recital. All-terrain, these puppies are not.
True that.
Then you have the problem of looking for little brown hamster creatures hiding in the woods. Oh, that's real easy, isn't it? You know what else is brown? Trees. You know what is mostly found in the forest moon of Endor? Trees. You know what color isn't found in the forest? White. We stuck up like voodoo in a punch bowl. Why don't we just wear signs saying, hey, oversized capybaras, hit me with your ups and arrows. Let's face it, we deserve losing that battle, and I am not ashamed to admit it.
What's a capybara?
I was thinking the same thing. It's a giant rodent, no more than 2 meters.
Like a womp rat?
Not really. Here, look at this.
Ew!
You know, I always thought that was a jackalope.
You're a jackal.
Well, at least I don't hate the Ewoks.
What do you mean you don't hate the Ewoks?
How could you hate those adorable little puffballs?
So, didn't you just hear my battle on Endor rant?
What rant?
The one I just said. Weren't you listening?
Not really.
I want to bunker door your head so bad right now.
Why? Because I like Ewoks?
Yes! Those things are evil!
Says you.
Says everyone!
Dude, they ambushed me and played my helmet like a bongo.
Not to mention, they were going to cook the rebels and eat them with a side of droid.
Pish posh. I love them. They're so cute and cuddly. I just want to roll around with them all day long.
Yeah, they'll roll you over a fire all day long.
Baloney. They are wonderful, and I'll prove it. Because I have one for a pet, and it's right back here.
What?
Guys, this is Fluffy. Fluffy, these are the guys. As you can see, he would never hurt me. Would you, Fluffy?
Are you crazy bringing that thing in here? It's gonna kill us all! Hang on, friend!
There must be hundreds of them.
We're surrounded! Game over, man! Game over!
Oh, you
vocal range, and 3 first names. James Arnold Taylor.
Those darn Ewoks, they need a spin-off, don't they? Well, my name is James Arnold Taylor, and I am your host for the Stars of the Saga talk show. Are we excited? I like this energy. Now, okay, so I fit into the world of Star Wars because I am a voice actor. So you hear me, but you don't always see me. And people ask me a lot then, they say, well, you're a voice actor, have I heard you in anything? Well, I tell them, on television, I've been Jedi's Obi-Wan Kenobi, and of course, Master Pro Cool. But I've also doubled for Michael J. Fox as Stuart Little and Milo Thatch. I've been Leonardo the Ninja Turtle. Yabba-dabba-doo, Fred Flintstone. Johnny Test, who's totally awesome. I've even been a strawberry anyway.
And the voice that tells you what's coming up next on Animation Domination.
I'm on Disney So Random. And I've even been the guy that would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids. Now, in video games, I'm Ratchet from Ratchet & Clank, Tidus from Final Fantasy X, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Great Scott, young Doc Brown, Captain Jack Sparrow, Willy Wonka, Prince Charming, Gingy the Gingerbread Man, and Fallen Transformers. Now, sometimes celebrities are not able to do their own voice, so I fill in for them. People like David Spade, Shia LaBeouf,
Christian Bale, Nicolas Cage,
Justin Timberlake, J.R. Shelley.
oh hey, Rob Williams, you've been on the line. And it's crazy, I've been Christopher Walken.
Is directed. So buckle up and drive safely. Offer expires November 30th. See store for details. Battery California dash rehearsal 7770 required by FDIC.
Don't miss it!
Thank you so much. So that's what a voice actor does. And if you want to see more and learn more about being a voice actor, please come right back here at 6:30 for my show, Obi-Wan and Beyond. I sure hope you will come see it. Has anybody seen it yet? Else come back and see it. It's a lot of fun, and we have got a lot of fun prepared for you right now. We have some awesome Star Wars celebrities. We've got Boba Fett himself, Jeremy Bulloch, pretty good, and Darth Maul, Ray Park as well. And those darn Ewoks with their rocks, that's heavy. Oh, and there's an arrow on the stage too. Wow. Okay, but before we get to that, there's 2 other gentlemen that wanted to give you a little welcome to Star Wars Weekend. So take a look at these screens.
Sorry I can't be with you at the Star Wars Disney Weekend. I'm sure it's a total blast, and everybody's having a good time. I can't come because I'm working on the new Star Wars movies. So hopefully we'll be able to keep it a surprise till you get to see them in the theaters. But they should be very satisfying, we hope.
Hi everyone. I hope you're having fun. I'm really sorry I can't be there with you. We're also celebrating the 30th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. And I hope you all enjoy that too. I want to thank you for all your support over the years. It's very important to me. May the Force be with you.
Not too shabby, huh? We're ready to have a good time then. Well, let's bring out the first guest. What do you think, yes? My first guest is one of my favorite people in the world of Star Wars, not just for the characters he's played, but because he's just a great guy. And his career is really pretty awesome. So let's watch the screens one more time, get a little story on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars Weekends is proud to introduce one of the most distinguished actors of the millennia, Some of his finest moments were in such cinematic masterpieces as Doctor Who, Robin of Sherwood, and the James Bond series as that clever gadget tester, Smithers. His talents and versatility are limitless, and his ability to become a human chameleon is truly uncanny. Why? He has played an action man, a gentleman, a sensitive man, and even a ladies' man. Oh yes, and he played Boba Fett.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Bulloch! Please, have a seat. You, look at, you're one-upping me here with the suit.
Well, I saw what you were wearing, I had to change.
And it's hot out there.
Yeah.
It's nice and cool in here, so it's good.
Oh,
It's good to see that you would take the time to do all that. But so now, how are you? This is great to have you back at Star Wars Weekends. Anybody seen Jeremy before here at Star Wars Weekends? Anybody get his autograph yet? I'm hoping to get it later. Will you sign something for me later?
Yeah, sure. What's your name?
Bob Blenstein.
Bob Blasty.
Yes.
Don't be ridiculous.
Okay. Well, we're always going to be ridiculous here at the start of the Saga Talk Show. So, we have some Boba Fett fans out here, Jeremy. Look at how cool. I mean, the costume says so much, but this was really one of the first times you ever, was this the first time you ever were
Yes,
seen?
it's the first time I've ever put a mask over my face, and it must be telling you something. Just cover your face because you're frightening the children.
No. And speaking of children, you started, like we saw in those clips, you started as a child actor.
Yeah, I was 12 when I
12 years
started.
old.
Yes.
Wow. That's wild. So you have been in the theater, you have been on the screen for so long now, and you still could probably never imagine that Boba Fett would be this character that is so well known across the universe, right?
Well, it is incredible now. I mean, especially the kids and the 35-year-old dads who have collected Boba Fett stuff. You know, there's something about him, he's very honest. And if I said to you, I'm going to kill you, at least I've told you.
Okay, yeah.
Just be honest.
Boba Fett is really cool because he's not afraid of Darth Vader. You notice that? Like, you're just like right there next to him, and standing there, and he's like one of the only people who doesn't really seem to fear him.
No, he's not frightened of Darth Vader, and he's not even frightened of you. So,
That's right. Well, there's not much to be frightened of here, I'm telling you. But now, what do you think of all those thoughts about like a Boba Fett movie? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
yeah, I mean, we've heard, yes, I mean... Sorry, I'm not allowed to say anything.
That's right, I know.
There's a lot of talk about it, and I think it's great, both for America and England, because the film will be shot in England, and I think it's great, there's a great mixture, and everyone's been wanting to say, when is the next movie coming out?
Yeah.
Well, it'll be some time, but I think it's exciting.
It is very exciting. And 30 years now we're celebrating with Return of the Jedi. Can you believe it? It's a phenomenon that won't go away, and I'm so happy about that. But can you tell us a little bit about, like, also Empire, because that's when we first met Boba Fett. Mm-hmm. Working with Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, who are wonderful folks, and through the years we've all got to talk and meet, but your first experiences with, say, Harrison Ford.
My first experience would be the freezing chamber when Han Solo was about to go, and we were rehearsing it, so I actually had the helmet off then, and Harrison Ford said, "You must be pretty hot." And I said, "What do you mean, with the ladies?" Or... No, he didn't. And he just said, it was just a very nice chap, just said, "Well, good luck. At least I have the open neck shirt and look cool." No, he was very nice, very nice.
That's great. And what about Mark? Now, we know Mark is a really talented voice actor as well. I've had the privilege of working with him, but he loves to tell stories and all. Was he like that back then on the set too?
Well, he was younger than me, and he was very sort of cheeky. He said, "Oh, you're playing Boba Fett, aren't you?" And he was buzzing around. He was very excited.
Yeah.
And he was great fun.
One of the coolest moments for me, I remember years ago we were doing the micro series of the Clone Wars, and I've always stood Obi-Wan Kenobi in that. And Mark Hamill and I are at a party, and he goes, "So tell me about Star Wars." He said, "Tell me about this micro series, this movie." I said, "Do you realize how weird this is for Luke Skywalker to be asking me about Star Wars?" He loves it. He really loves it all. It's very good. And then Carrie Fisher. Carrie is an interesting gal. You had some fun because you played Shekel as well.
Yes, I got the part of Lieutenant Shekel completely out of the blue. They suddenly said, "Jeremy, quick change." I said, "What? I'm sorry, what do you mean quick change?" "You can change your clothes." I said, "Why? They're all right." He said, "No,
I think the
got
part
to put
with
them
the
in
stormtroopers
another, here we
was
are,
funny.
Yeah.
another
Should've stopped
costume
it
as
after that.
Lieutenant Shekel." And that when I had to bravely put Carrie in front of me.
You used her as a human shield.
Well done, Lieutenant.
Well done, my friend. So now, yeah, Carrie is great. Now, I had an experience with her. I hosted the main stage at Star Wars Celebration here in Florida just a while back, and I had some time with her on stage. Yeah, did anybody see that? Do we have a picture of me and Carrie Fisher at all? I don't know if that's. She was. Well, anyways, it's Disney.
You got away with that.
I got away with that.
Yeah.
Maybe we can reenact that later. But
These people just will not stop leaving.
now,
It's a family show.
It is a family show. I was getting a spanking.
Everybody behind me is leaving. Just won't stay in their seats. It's really starting
So
to
you
upset me.
have something. We have a little something here we'd like to call a shameless plug. Do we have that? Do we have a little setup for this?
Time to click like and follow our guest on a shameless plug.
Okay, shameless plug meaning you're going to plug something that you're doing recently. So now you did some voiceover.
Yeah, I'm doing some voiceover, two different things. One is about Mac's Adventures, which is an owl.
Oh, okay.
We're halfway through because I'm here and going back, but it's quite funny because you start off by going. And someone said, "That was awful, could you do it once more?" And so it's a cartoon.
You play an owl.
Yes.
Boba Fett as an owl.
Yeah.
Does he wear a helmet or anything? Is there?
Well, I could have done, but I just think it's best to show my face.
Is that so? That's you there.
That's it. It's very.
Now, did they tailor it to look like you? Because I think in the eyes. I mean, this is the right way. They do this a lot. The Clone Wars, they take our eyes and
Can
make us
I
look like.
ask you something?
Yes.
You actually don't see me in it because I'm doing a voice. Do you understand?
No, but see. That's how voiceover works. I'll be talking about that in my show. No, see, sometimes they make them kind of look like the person because they film them. They didn't.
Yeah.
Did they film you while you did it?
Yeah, they did. I mean, it's looking very good. It's
Okay,
quite funny. And I think it's mainly for youngsters, so you'll be all right.
It's Mac's Adventures
Mac's
for D.
4D,
Yeah,
yes.
4D. Well, all right. Well, we'll be looking for that. And please, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Jeremy Bulloch. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, Jeremy, please stay with us, if you could. I know you want to go ride Star Tours.
Well, the way you've behaved, I was going to go and nip off and go and have
Oh, no. All right. No, but because our next guest, a true action superstar, and in the Star Wars world, a menace, if you will, to me, to my character at least. But before we bring him out, let's take a look at these screens one more time. Well, good to see you, Ray. Have a seat. I don't want to have to split you two up now. Come on. No roughhousing. Darth Maul and Boba Fett. Another spin-off. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
It's a wacky roommate situation. Darth, you've been leaving your socks in my room again? You know, I don't know, it's weird.
It'd be funny because you'd be seeing like the other side of Boba Fett would be like, you touched my clothes.
Yeah.
Who's been messing with my jetpack? He's there ironing his clothes. Sorry. I just had
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I thought this was a serious show. But
I don't know who gave you that idea. Well, welcome back. It's good to see you, Ray. So you're doing well?
Oh, it's been great. It's been great to be here again, and thanks for having me. We have a great time every year, so thank you.
We do. We really do. You've had, like Jeremy, you've had this great career of these wonderful characters. And I mean, like Toad from X-Men. I was a huge X-Men fan growing up. Anybody X-Men fan? Now the tongue thing, how long did that take?
You know, it was a lot of fun doing that. The makeup wasn't as long for Toad than it was for Darth Maul, but the process taking it off was a lot longer because the more and more I sweated, the more and more the green stuck into my skin. And that's when I learned about facials and going to a spa and
very nice.
Pampers.
Darth Maul with little cucumbers on his eyes. That'd be very nice.
The only way I could justify it is by taking my wife along. It's a business expense.
And then, but now, see, here's a time you didn't have to sit through a bunch of makeup when you played the Headless Horseman because there was no head to put makeup on.
No.
That's pretty wild. And that was Christopher Walken right there. But it's your body. It's crazy. I could use more cowbell. That's awesome. And then you played Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
You played Chuck Norris, and that was. So, what kind of kid were you to be, you know, all these characters?
I'm a big kid anyway. I have this Peter Pan syndrome. You know, I always say to everyone, and every parent out there is a Peter Pan and Wendy, is that you don't want to grow up.
No.
You know, you should never grow up. Like, so, you know, I just found out I landed a roll of Snake Eyes, so it was a great Christmas.
Right then?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that is awesome. And we have some Snake Eyes fans here, I'm sure. We just had G.I. Joe 2, Retaliation, really great stuff. Working with Bruce Willis and The Rock and also, was it pretty fun?
It was a lot of fun. To work with these superstars, these great guys, and my kids knew Dwayne as Tooth Fairy. So it was nice, but he was a really good Tooth Fairy, so when my daughter's teeth were falling out, she was going, is that man going to come with me?
Here you go, sweetheart.
But Dwayne is awesome, Bruce Willis. It was a fun shoot. I love it. I love playing Snake, and I'd love to come back and play him again. And he's a childhood toy for me. You know, I played with Action Man and Action Force and Thundercats and He-Man.
That's right.
You know, so
I have the power. I'm sorry, Jeremy. I was just. I got like one applause over there. Come on. Thank you, honey. My wife, ladies and gentlemen. No, I can't. But tell us about Darth Maul, preparing for that role, and how did you land that role? How did that come about?
I got a call from Nick Gillard, the stunt coordinator, and he heard about what I had performed on Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and that was my first movie experience. And so I learned how to do stunt air ramps and wire work, and I was already a gymnast, and I was looking and seeking to get into films, whether it's going to be stunt action, acting. I just wanted to be part of Jackie Chan's stunt team.
Yeah.
And he called me in and he said he heard good things about me and introduced me to George and Rick McCallum. And then the following week, he invited me to come down and work on my test fight for a week. And at the end of the week, I auditioned on tape. And George had seen it. And I landed the role. But my actual vocal audition itself with the casting director was terrible.
Was it?
It was really bad because that morning my brother and I were doing this Fuji skit. Like he was listening to the Fuji's album and It's like, what's this? You think this is like Burger King? You had it your own way. So I went into the audition and Robin Gillan had asked me to, you know, roll up the paper and say, look out that window and say, who are those Jedi? What is going on here? But I was going, what's this? Who are those Jedi? You know, I was terrible as an actor. It was bad.
Oh, well, you did okay. In fact, you did so okay. Let's take a look at the screens here one more time. Take you back, a little walk down memory lane for you.
You guys said I wanted a faster version of what the other movies were, more energetic version. And that's basically what he gave me. And I think the key to it was that we had a good villain who was a great fighter.
I always wanted to fly when I was a kid. I wanted to be like the guys in the movies. So that's how I started my martial arts.
I found Darth Maul, and he's being played by a guy called Ray Park, and he's very good in like kendo and martial arts, and he's a brilliant gymnast. I mean, you know, he's better than I am.
We actually cast a villain who was a sword fighter. You know, when you have one of the characters who actually knows what he's doing and is really an expert at it, it definitely ups the ante for all the other actors to do their thing as well as they can. And I think it makes a big difference on the screen.
We could see immediately he had the look, he had all the physical skill, he was incredibly disciplined, and the amount of work that this guy did was phenomenal. I mean, he put everything. He spent 20 hours at the studio every day. The hatred that comes out of his eyes, there's no question that he is the serious bad guy. The makeup, which was beautifully done, instantly shows you someone who is a real menace, evil incarnate.
The look with Darth Maul, the Sith Lord, I think it's cool. I think the makeup and the horns and the lenses and the teeth, you just can't help being naughty, you know? Just help being that character. I think we all have a bit of a dark side in us, and so I just try and bring that out in myself when I play the character.
Great stuff. So, I would say you had at least, what, a day or two of training for that?
Yeah, maybe.
At least. How much time before the movie actually started production were you training? Were you training for like months before?
Yeah, we were rehearsing for a good few months, 10 hours a day.
10 hours a day?
10 hours a day. There was one, it got to the point where myself and the other stunt guys, because we would design the fights or work over the fights, and once it was sealed and approved by George, we had to stick to that because Liam and Ewan were learning, we were practicing the same fight.
Sure.
So there was one day where we were in this room in the studios, and Nick guy comes in, checks on us in the morning, makes sure we're doing everything good. But we were so bored because we were ready to get on and be the characters and play these great roles. So he leaves the room, so we just sit there and carry on talking, pretend to hit the swords with